Send this to my stash. Can't override that machine. But I could learn if there's a closet out here. I can get it from my stash later. a dyer would be interested in this. This place has seen better days. Made it. And there's another one of those devices. A lens. Guess I'll figure out what to do with it later. I don't think I can get past them. Guess I should leave it for now. Must be somewhere near one of those vines. But how? Must be chain scrape. Jaruf said I could get my bow upgraded in there. Might be able to tinker with my other gear too. That'll keep me awake.
Outlander approaching.
Is that the savior?
Wanna come in, Savior? Welcome to Chainscrape, Savior.
Open up, guys. Jorv's orders.
Good enough for me.
By the Forge.
Petra?
Aloy, what are you doing here? About time there was something worth looking at in this dump.
It's nice to see you too.
And not a moment too soon. Come on. Damn brewery's the only thing I can count on in this place.
Yeah, I heard. Machines, work stoppage.
Oh, those are just the latest malfunctions. Chainscrape's always been a few tools short of a kit. And right there is the biggest tool of all.
Our land, not our problem. The bristlebacks are everybody's problem.
Roland?
You've heard of him,
Yeah.
but he's a story best told over a cold beer.
Petra. I'm just passing through. I'm headed west.
Oh,
There's an embassy at Barren Light I need to make happen, and then I keep moving.
ah, of course. Bigger gears to grind. Well, Flamehair, good to see you. You gotta move on.
Petra.
But if you want a cold beer and a few laughs with an old friend, come find me at the brewery. Your choice.
Well, this Olvan guy sounds like trouble. Maybe Petra could use some support. But first things first, I need to find that workbench and upgrade my bow.
Do I have to say it every time? I'll tell you the odds. Hi!
Till Alvin blows that whistle, no one's working.
Shop looks closed.
Yep,
Can I still use the workbench?
I ain't gonna stop you.
Don't often see new faces around here.
I'm okay. Okay. Oh, thought you were someone else. Oh, no, that's not okay. Oh. Throw me in with Pig. I dare you. Don't mind me. Am I lost, or am I exactly where I'm meant to be? Yes. Or on the other hand, and I missed it. We are on the same side here, Olva. The Bristlebacks.
threaten
Chainscrape
us
might not look like much, but our
drop the
forges are
axe.
first rate.
We all know it was the Carja who let the Bristlebacks into the valley, sent them straight through the gates of Barren Light. That is preposterous. Why
Would we let dangerous machines into our own land?
What do you want, Ulvund? Some kind of payment?
My dear magistrate, you think I can be bought? If you want that whistle blown, all you have to do is have your soldiers remove the Bristlebacks and sign the concession decree. Face it, what other choice do you have?
Hi.
Savior, what auspicious timing. Might we discuss a matter of importance to the Sundom?
We might. Later.
Very well. I shall be waiting.
So, the Savior herself. Walloper of Derval, Gutter of Hughes.
Maybe.
I've heard many tales of your beauty and heroics, my fierce lady warrior. Ulvund Freeholder, at your service. So, what could have dragged you away from the fine silks and wine of Meridian to this smudge of a settlement? Your saviorly attention must be needed elsewhere.
I'm here for the embassy, and...
The embassy? Why, by the forge. Ah. Greater gears for greater matters. Guess that means you'll be moving on.
Once I've dealt with any problems around here that need my... saviorly attention.
Ah, the Bristlebacks, of course. Got to get rid of them if you want that embassy to take place. Well, let's get to it, hey? And off you go.
Not so fast. You don't seem to have a high opinion of the magistrate?
Well, I refuse to play nice to some fancy-robed parchment pusher when my fellow laborers are being bullied, intimidated, and taken advantage of.
How noble of you.
Noble, ha! Born with a hammer in hand, I was. Nobody handed me anything or dropped opportunity into my lap. Everything I've achieved, I've done on my own.
And where is this hammer now?
The, burden of leadership forced me to set it aside. The Carja risk nothing. While demanding that good Oseram gamble, someone had to step up and say no more.
You ordered the work stoppage?
Indeed I did. We're laborers, not soldiers. Until the Carja clean up their mess and give us the fair deal we deserve, I'm not risking Oseram lives.
Fair deal?
It's not my decree. It's on behalf of all the good Oseram laborers of this land who do all the backbreaking work, while only the Carja reap the... All we're asked for a land worked by the people, for the people.
Right. And just how much would be your share?
Only an amount appropriate to my contributions to this community, of course.
If Chainscrape is on Carja land, shouldn't a Carja be in charge? Who appointed you?
The sensibilities of good Oseram folk, of course. You think a Carja can head this whole venture? Ah! The magistrate can barely make the trek from Barren Light without losing a few screws.
So you have no real authority then? People only follow you because you say so. Loudly.
Anyone who has followers has authority. I've been with Chainscrape from the beginning. I mean, I'm practically its founder, and its honest folk know I'm indispensable to its success.
You said you founded Chainscrape. Somehow I doubt that.
Practically founded, I said. I alone saw its potential when it was just a smattering of tents in Barren Light's shadow. I invested in the mine, convinced some friends back home to do the same, and here we are. You could say Chainscrape is what it is thanks to me.
Oh, so you're not just standing around and profiting off everyone else?
Not at all. Sure, I make a little return on my investment here and there, but my main priority, as it was from the beginning, is to look after the well-being of these honest, working Oseram.
Where's the whistle?
Right in the middle of town, but with the threat out there, I'm not endangering innocent Oseram lives.
I'm going to clear out the bristlebacks. And when I'm done, this valley is gonna get moving.
If that's what it takes. Until then, I'll keep looking after the safety of these good folk.
Just be ready to blow the whistle. Better see what that Carja Magistrate wanted. I bet he's in the tavern.
Anyone! Anyone! Oh, there it is.
Blaze up the bellows.
Hey, Mildef. Mildef. I took some of your stew last time I went into the wilds. Kept me going for a week. Felt like I could have put a strider in a sleeper hold.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Sounds like you're serving up some impressive provisions here.
Not again. You can have the discount too, but you'll have to come back later.
I think you have me confused with someone else.
Olvin didn't send you?
No.
Oh, my apologies. It's just that his minions won't stop pestering me. Now I've even worn out my special grill. Since I'm in the midst of a crisis, perhaps you could skip to what it is you wanted?
Some of your food?
Of course.
Are Ulvin's people causing you problems?
Oh, yeah. They constantly demand my best, but the equipment I need to make my signature dishes isn't built for batch cooking. And don't get me started on the Ulvin discount they feel so entitled to.
And if you were...
I make meals.
How did you end up in Chainscrape?
Heard about a new and upcoming town at the edge of the frontier. Where there's a town, there... So some of these people... Anyway, next...
Your last customer mentioned your cooking really kept him going out in the wild. Where I'm headed, I could use some of that.
I would be happy to oblige. But my special... Without it, I hate to think what'll happen when... Even if I already had the right ingredient. Unless you can source me a temporary replacement?
What do you need?
For the ingredients. A few pieces of decent wild meat. And I'd say a big handful of bitter leaf stems. That'll... As for the... Until I can have a new... You'd likely find one in the scrounger pile. If you follow the river to the northeast. Don't worry, I'll clean it first. You'll have no issue finding boars and bitter leaf on your way. Assuming you're as...
Thanks, Mildef.
So that's what gratitude...
And don't let anyone push you around.
If you say so.
Already got enough bitter leaf. Looking to hunt for some wild meat. And grab a metal panel from the scrounger pile.
To the glade.
Savior, over here. Savior, thank you for taking the time. And my condolences that you had to endure Ulvin's bloviating.
I've dealt with worse. It sounds like he's really trying to put you over the barrel.
The idea, it's completely absurd. But the louder and longer he says it, the more support he'll get for his damned concession to...
How did the bristlebacks get into the Daunt?
No one knows for sure. The first report, but unless they have wings I don't know about, I don't see how they could have come over the mountain.
No other way in.
The only way I know about is Barren Light. Look, if you can get to the bottom of this, help me shut Ulvin up.
What is this concession decree that Ulvund wants?
He wants the Sundom to designate portions of the Daunt as Oseram holdings. Only the portions, mind you, that produce any value.
Let me guess. Because he stands to profit somehow?
Exactly. With the Daunt under Oseram law, he could secure more investment for their numerous ventures.
He can't get those investments without the concession?
No. Not while there's a chance the Sundom could revoke their access. Hence, why the concession is so important to him. And why blaming the Karja for the bristlebacks, no matter how absurd, works in his favor.
How did you get stuck out here?
I asked for the posting, believe it or not. Overseeing the entire valley on behalf of the Sun King? It was an honor. Is an honor, I mean.
But your job would be a lot easier without someone like Ulvund blasting hot air all the time?
Ulvund's not going anywhere. He's been around longer than I have. Even fancies himself the founder of Chainscrape. I'll find a way to live with him. I have to.
You said the bristlebacks were first spotted west of the quarry?
Yes, according to one terrified laborer, said the ground trembled before they came charging down the hillside. He took off and ran all the way here.
Good place to start looking, then.
If you learn the truth, maybe Ulvund will stop blaming the Karja for every problem under the sun, and maybe then he'll actually focus on rebuilding Barren Light instead.
How goes it?
Yes. Something else?
I need to go.
Of course.
I'm still waiting.
We have to charge the one.
You wanted to speak to me?
Well, you know better than anyone it's a dangerous world out there, and not just against machines. Name's O'Dirk. This here's my training pit. Best place to practice close combat this side of the Forbidden West. Say, I wonder who'd win in a fight. You, the savior of Meridian, champion of the East, or the Enduring, master of the West.
Who?
The Enduring, a legendary Tenakth fighter, the master of masters. I've heard the Tenakth have training pits just like this one. It's how the warriors get so fierce, see? And only the very best from the pits get to train with the Enduring.
So, to find the Enduring, I should look for these training pits if I'm ever out that way?
You'll have to go far if you do. The Tenakth are split into 3 clans. 3 clans, 3 capitals, 3 training pits. My guess is you'd have to beat all of them if you want to train with the Enduring. If the Tenakth don't kill you on sight, that is. But that's a far spark in the wind. As for right now, I also offer challenges to test your fighting skill.
Who would I be fighting exactly? You?
Well, I know you're the savior and all, but you have to beat all the others first to challenge me. Rules are rules. We only use dual blades and practice arrows, mind. These drunken fools would run themselves through otherwise. You'll have to leave everything but your spear and practice arrows at the gate. But I'll look after your gear, not to worry. So, what do you say? Up for some training?
I might be.
That's what I like to hear. Nice to see you back.
Yeah.
Light attacks are fast, but easily blocked. So learn to combine them with other attacks.
Hey, I thought you'd left by now. Bit busy now, but we'll talk soon. Don't you think and never forget.
Heavy attacks break weapon blocks and do more damage. But they're slow, so your opponents might counterattack. Power attacks smash weapon blocks to really hammer an enemy with damage. But they're slow and leave you vulnerable, so pick your moment.
See you up and about.
I'll come find you later.
It's I. Come to revel in some strike, sister? Let me...
I was just passing by.
First, well, aren't you in luck then? I got an extra set. Sit. I'll give you something special. All right, let's start off simple. The Tanakh like to say that Machine Strike is a game of pure strategy. We each get a set of pieces. Each piece represents a kind of machine, and each machine is worth it. To win the game, you'll need to gain 7 victory points, but it can be tricky remembering the details of every, so we use these notes to keep track of them. You see that number on the top right corner? That there is how many victory points you'll get. Notes also tell you how the and of course, okay, that's an I, since usually you get pick up that. And remember, each machine, take a look at your notes if you need a reminder. Easy enough, huh? Now, you get to move 2 machines each round. So perfect. There's not much else to do for now, so just end your turn. We're forging onwards. Let me move my pieces here. And we're back to you. This time, why don't you try attacking one of my pieces? Try with that machine on your right first. Now move the piece. When performing an attack, you'll be testing a machine's combat power and its own this and so since and just like so right now. This means your. Did you get all that? Knew you were a smart one. Finish up by not pulling any punches, huh? Now grab that second machine of yours. See how your machine can't move close enough to attack mine? You can make your machine sprint. That lets it move one spin. Try it out. Downside to sprinting is that your machine can no longer attack. Now some players like to take a risk overcharging, but so use at your own discretion. Let's try doing that. That's about it for your turn then. Now, I'll let you in on a neat trick. That machine of yours, the one closest to me, grab a hold of it. Same as in the wilds, machines have both armored points and weak points. You can see them marked on the pieces. Blue shows where their armor is thickest. Hit them there, and you'll do some damage, but not a lot. Now, red shows the machine's weak points. Hit those, and you'll deal a mighty blow. Here, let me show you. Rotate that piece so your machine faces mine. Rotate that machine so it faces mine. Now let that machine have it. Off the board she goes, and there's your first victory points. You don't have 7 of them yet, so let's keep going. Your machine attacked mine, but hasn't moved yet. Go ahead and move downwards towards my remaining piece. Go on, move your machine downwards. You've already attacked a machine and moved your piece. But if you overcharge your machine, let's keep this game going. Overcharge your machine. Ain't that a thrill? Now, because your machine was knocked out at the same time as mine, we both get the victory points our machines are worth. Good news is, since you're the one attacking, you're gonna receive your victory points before I do. Which means you can reach the coveted 7 victory, that's why now. But that means that wasn't so hard. Just remember, you'd be surprised. I know it saved my
I'll...
Oh, these are all my spare pieces. It's a small but you might even, they've got, though they'll need the, or, no, I've lost my fair share of pieces, or brew hopping. No, now, if you feel like I could even teach,
Thanks.
Come back anytime, Red.
Knew you couldn't resist some good company.
Is that a tripwire? whole area is rigged with tripwires.
Hey! You! Make it worth your while if you kill these scroungers.
It's always something.
Hold tight! I'll see what I can do.
Try luring them into the tripwire.
I've had to override machines and cauldrons before. I wonder if there are any out here.
What do you think the tripwires are for? Like that. What do you think the tripwires are for? Just like I thought. What do you think the tripwires are for?
Thank the Forge you showed up. Tripwire's handy, but
Gotta be prepared.
she hunting's a youngin's game. Come on over. Let me give thanks proper like. See, you're a practiced hunter. Took you less time to kill those scroungers than vanguards to kill one bristleback.
So the vanguards came through here?
Yeah, just a bit ago. Took down that bristleback, headed south. But then those scroungers showed up to carve the carcass, as they do. Then another bristleback ran through. I'm telling you, it's crazy around here.
So the vanguard went south?
Probably. This whole valley is swarming with them. The Vanguard seemed dead set on getting rid of them.
I see.
Hold on there, Red. If you're gonna go chasing across the Daunt, you're gonna want a tripcaster. Not just any tripcaster. One of my make, free of charge.
Workmanship looks solid enough.
Yep, been tweaking the design since I left Chain Scrape. More room to tinker out here and less chance of, well, accidents.
Did something happen in Chain Scrape?
Well, like someone.
Let me guess. Ulvund.
Back when I had a place in town, he took a real interest in my wares. Kept pressing for the Ulvund discount. I said no. He didn't like that so much. I can't prove it, but that chuff bucket set my workshop on fire. Felt it best to put some distance between us after that.
Cable car operator told me the Bristlebacks just appeared yesterday. Do you know anything about them?
How is old Karn? Back in the day, me and him got into all sorts of trouble. There was this one time that...
Anything about the Bristlebacks?
No. Karn said true. He just showed up and ran amok. Lucky for me, I've got you and the Vanguard swooping in time to save my backside.
I should get going. Thanks for the tripcaster.
While you're blasting Bristlebacks, I think I'll head down to the hunting grounds. Did you know they have a tripcaster trial? Come by later if you want to try it out.
Maybe. After I get things under control. So Erend headed south. Should be able to pick up his tracks with my focus. I can grab this from my stash later. Tracks. Maybe Erend's and the Vanguard's. It's a ruin from the old world. Thought I could find something interesting inside. This ruin looks like it's barely holding together. There must be a way to get inside.
Mighty thankful to you, Savior.
Just Aloy is fine.
Erend mentioned you're not one for fancy titles.
You're Vanguard.
Well, here to escort Wadis's delegate behind to the embassy.
If we can get rid of these Bristlebacks.
Captain said to keep an eye on Chain Scrape, then these ugly lugs showed up.
Come on. Time to get these machine carcasses to chain scrape.
That ought to be fun. Who put that scorch mark in charge of chain scrape anyway?
Olvin? He was at the right place at the right time, I guess.
Okay, what do we have in here? Stash this away for later. Looks like this door needs some kind of key module. Maybe there's one in the ruin? I need more of this ammo. Sounds like someone's putting up a fight.
Another one down!
Now this is what I was forged for. No ledgers to fill. No boring mid-afternoon patrols. Just a hammer. Just the fight. Aloy?
Erend! Stay where you are. I'll handle the rest. Those bristlebacks have acid canisters on their backs. It should trigger a chain reaction if I hit them with acid arrows.